Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. As always, I'm Alcide, so grab yourself a beer or your beverage of choice and let's talk some video games. Alright, welcome back to the show everybody. Thank you very much for sticking around. I know I took a bit of a hiatus there for about a week or two. I was traveling again and didn't really have an opportunity to sit down in front of my computer and film some wonderful, tasty news stuffs for you. So this week I'm gonna be focusing on some pretty major headlines. I couldn't really dig up anything minor that might have flown under the radar, and frankly these stories are pretty big and fascinating anyway, so let's get into it. First up on my list, we're talking Grand Theft Auto Online. Rockstar released a really insightful video into what that's going to entail. It's going to be a portion of the Grand Theft Auto 5 release, and it's going to be available for free to anybody that purchases the game. So it's not going to be one of those things where you got to pay for a separate service or whatever. Grand Theft Auto Online looks absolutely awesome. You're going to be able to team up with up to 15 of your friends to play in the same realm, city, what have you. So it's pretty much just going to be your sandbox to play with. You're going to be able to rob banks together, play golf together, go parachute, free jumping, free basing, whatever the hell that's called, off of buildings and stuff. And it looks like a ton of fun. You'll be able to create your own character, and yes, you will be able to create a female character. That shouldn't be news, but it is, I guess. And all the money that you make online will go straight towards your character customization and customizing all your sweet whips and whatever else you might be using when you play. It's been reported that GTA Online will only initially cover the same area that's included in the main storyline of the game, like the Southern California based area, but it's reportedly due to expand beyond that. So maybe we'll be getting into some Mexico or some Nevada, like with a Las Vegas style sort of environment to play around in. So it sounds like they're going to be expanding the online realm for players quite extensively. What extent that might entail, we're not quite sure yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Alright, and next up on my list of things to talk about, Call of Duty. Why not? Let's talk about all the big franchises today. The multiplayer mode for Call of Duty Ghosts was premiered this week in a pretty detailed sort of press conference thing, and it reminded me a lot of like an E3 presentation, and actually they did a really good job of it, so maybe if Microsoft wanted to take some notes, it would be a good time to do so. But anyway, the multiplayer mode in Call of Duty Ghosts looks like it's going to be expanding upon its already massive base of rules and game modes. They're introducing 3 new play modes, including a search and rescue style mission sort of thing, in which when you do get knocked out of the game, one of your teammates can rescue you. So when you are killed, you don't just die and have to watch the rest of the game play out without you. And they're also implementing a new game mode called Cranked, which seems like a injection of steroids into the typical deathmatch. So whenever you get a kill, you're going to get a little timer that pops up, and as long as you're getting kills in that time frame, you're going to be getting boosts to your character, so speed, agility, strength. As long as you continue your kill chains, your character is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. And it seems like it's going to speed up the deathmatch modes anyway, and potentially prevent people from camping. I'm looking at you. Also of interest in the presentation to me was the new squad mode. So rather than creating classes for your soldier, you're going to be creating soldiers. Just flat out soldiers. It's going to be a create a soldier system. Each one will have their own loadout and there's perks and all that fun stuff. But you get to make up to 10 of them. In the new game mode called Squads, you're going to be using your self-created squad and going up against other players' squads. So there will be AI controlling the other members of your team. Or it sounds like you can also have a buddy jump in with you. What interested me in this was you can play this mode offline using just AI, and you'll be downloading other people's squads from the internet, and then you can just play against them to either raise your skill or get acclimated to the game itself. And you'll still be gaining experience points, which is great for those of us that don't feel like sitting down and playing with a group of people that probably only have a license to ride a bicycle still. If you're at all interested in scoping out all of the new announcements that they had regarding Call of Duty Ghosts. I'll make sure that I link you to a couple of articles that detail all of the stuff that they went through. There's a ton of new weapons and perks and a bunch of other stuff that I didn't talk about. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're at all interested in Ghosts. Alright, and last up on my list of things to talk about, Madden. Bet you didn't see that one coming. I'm not sure if I ever went into detail about my feelings or thoughts on video game sports, but the quick rundown bullet points are: I suck at them, I'm terrible at them, and I don't like playing them because I suck and I'm terrible at them. So that's why I don't really often report on them. But I still do enjoy watching real life sports, so those things still do interest me. And with Madden 25 coming up, if you go over to Amazon right now and pre-order the special edition, I think it doesn't have a fancy name, I think it's just called a special edition. You're going to be getting a all-access pass to the DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket, meaning you're going to get 17 weeks of the full regular season available on your PC, tablet, or mobile device to watch. And that's fantastic for fans like me if you follow a team that is out of your region so it doesn't get covered normally on your television. Like the Bills, I currently live in Southern California, so I can't really watch them unless I watch a really crappy, choppy feed somewhere on a bootleg internet website. So that's great news for me and any other fans out there that can't really follow their team regularly except in like highlights shows or that stupid red zone thing that seems to skip around like a child hopped up on chocolate. The special edition is $100, but it is a massive value on the DirecTV Sunday Ticket because I think that thing normally goes for about $250 by itself. So you're saving quite a bit of money, and if you're at all interested in it, I would recommend that you go over to Amazon and pre-order right now, because they are of limited quantity. So that about wraps it up for things that I had to talk about today. As always, if I did happen to miss some major portion of one of the stories I talked about today, or anything else that might have happened this week, please be sure to inform me down in the comments. And if this is the first time that you're joining me for a beer, be sure you subscribe so you can come back and grab one with me next week. So there's always room for beer, right? Oh, and since I am fast approaching 50 subscribers, thank you all very much, those of you that have been with me since the beginning. I think there are a few of you. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway of sorts. I haven't decided quite what yet, but it might happen. It probably will happen. Just as a thank you to you guys for tuning in and supporting me and chatting with me and watching me slowly kill myself with beer week to week. So until next time, I'm Alcide and this has been Having a Beer. I'll talk to you guys next week.